Good day, and welcome to the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas. Thank you for joining me this week, March 9th through the 15th. I also want to thank the people that have contacted me and told me how much you like my show. You just can't imagine how much that helps. If you want to contact me or leave a question or comment, you can always contact me at Lillyroddyshow at AOL.com or on our website, Lillyroddyshow.com, or find us here on Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest, and of course here on YouTube, all under Lilly Roddy Show. Let's get to the planetary forecast for the next week in general. Now that Mars is retrograde, this is the time to take care of things you have forgotten about or just put off. And with Mars so active, we can more easily feel threatened and defensive. On the international scale, we're seeing the problems in Crimea. And of course, these problems have been building for a while. Because of the Mars retrograde, we're just seeing them open up. And of course, there are many other places on the globe with some major problems. Part of this continuing Uranus-Pluto square that we're dealing with. Mars retrograde should give us some time to think and to negotiate before any non-reversible action takes place. We do have a big activation of the Mars with Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, and the full moon on April 15th, next month. This should bring the situation to some sort of head. Let's look at what's going on for each day, Sunday, March 9th through Saturday, March 15th. Sunday, March 9th, the moon starts the day in Gemini. The moon trines Mars at 2:53 a.m. This will give us added energy to our dream life. After 2:53 a.m., the moon is now void of course until 8:33 a.m. when the moon enters family-oriented Cancer. With the moon entering Cancer, we're more inclined to do things in our own familiar spaces. The moon trines Neptune at 7:46 p.m. This is a perfect time for a laid-back Sunday evening. Find some time for some peaceful and soothing interaction with those closest to you. Monday, March 10th. The moon transits Mothering Cancer all day. The moon conjuncts Jupiter at 5:37 a.m. We're feeling optimistic about our day, but be careful not to overschedule yourself. There could be a long list of things to accomplish today. You should find, however, that this is a great morning to be out and experiencing the day. Later in the morning, the moon squares Uranus at 7:04 a.m. We're beginning to feel a little antsy at this time. Make sure that you have a lot of freedom in your schedule, or your emotional state could be unbalanced. The moon opposes Pluto 11:16 a.m. Again, this is just part of this Uranus-Pluto square with the moon activating it. Personally, with this moon opposing Pluto, this can be a time of really looking inwards and meeting your shadow head on. Externally, this is a time of emotional cleansing and clearing. And this is always a good time to check in on loved ones that we really care about. After this time, 11:16 a.m., there are no more lunar aspects for the rest of the day. But the moon is not void of course. Stick to your schedule and you will do fine. Tuesday, March 11th. This morning, the moon still is in Cancer on Tuesday. Mercury squares Saturn at 1:14 a.m. This combination of planets makes us think and rethink about the potentials of our actions and the choices we feel we have to make. Today is a good day to go slowly and take your time. That way you won't feel so much of the pressure of the internal judgment that Saturn generates. This aspect has been ongoing for a couple of days, and it will continue to affect us for the next couple of days. The moon trines the sun at 2:11 a.m. If you're sleeping, this will just give you sweeter dreams. If you're awake, you're planning for your future. Later in the morning, the moon trines Saturn, 7:29 a.m. What a great time to be up early, planning your agenda for today. We're certainly feeling the need to be productive. Later in the afternoon, the moon squares Mars at 2:50 p.m. Our emotions are on edge this afternoon. Take a step back and get some perspective on what's going on before you jump in and take action. Nevertheless, it's a great time to confront others and validate your own feelings. After this time, 2:50 p.m., the moon does go void of course until 9:09 p.m. on the same evening, when finally the moon enters Leo, the lioness. After 9:09 p.m., we will begin to feel more grounded and more like getting out and interacting with others. Wednesday, March 12th, the moon spends the entire day transiting fanciful Leo. In the morning, the moon opposes Venus at 8:57 a.m. This is a great morning for almost any kind of human interaction. In business, this is a great time to meet with your clientele. In our personal life, we'll want to feel more connected to our partner. The moon trines Uranus at 8 p.m., almost a 12-hour difference. This should give us a sudden rush of energy this evening. We will certainly need some sort of distraction at this time. Use this as an opportune time to see the big picture. Thursday, March 13th, the moon continues through creative Leo for the whole day. In the afternoon, the sun trines Saturn at 4:16 p.m. This aspect has been in play for a couple of days and will be in play for another 2 days. You will find that this is a great aspect for planning, looking ahead, and getting clear about your own agenda and priorities. And it should be relatively easy to do. We're determining the usefulness of people and things in our life. Later in that evening, the moon squares Saturn at 7:48 p.m. This aspect can lend itself to a bit of fear-mongering, especially when it comes to looking at what we haven't done yet. Use this time to get clear on what's important to you and not what your society and your family expects you to believe what's true. Friday, March 14th, our day begins with moon in active Leo. The moon opposes Mercury 1:27 a.m. very early, such a great time for thinking or planning, but this energy may keep you awake tonight and not let you sleep as easily. A little bit later in the morning, the moon sextiles Mars at 2:24 a.m. If you're awake, this is a great time to be working on a project and really connecting to it on a personal level. The moon is now void of course at 2:24 a.m. until 9:17 a.m. of this same day, when the moon enters vigilant Virgo and our sense of purpose returns. Mid-morning, Mercury trines Mars at 11:17 a.m. Mental activity and physical activity combine for their best efforts. This is a good time to respond to what's in front of you. Our mind is working very quickly and very strategically. Timing is everything today. You may want to use this aspect for planning meetings or individual assessments or working on your own book. And of course, this aspect is in effect all day. The moon opposes Neptune 8:41 p.m. Now, This is the perfect time to escape from the pressures of the day with this influence from Neptune. Find an emotional, fulfilling retreat and really enjoy yourself. It's a great time to be at the spa, perhaps enjoying a bottle of wine, maybe doing both. Saturday, March 15th, the moon resides in health-oriented Virgo all day. The moon sextiles Jupiter at 6:07 a.m. We're up early and enjoying our morning. This aspect is good for almost any kind of activity. For business, early breakfast meetings can really serve to benefit your pocketbook. Personally, we're just happy to be alive. The moon trines Pluto at 11:32 a.m. Now this is a great morning for any kind of task-oriented agendas. We're pushing to get things completed, and above all else, we are being efficient and effective. There are no more lunar aspects for the rest of this day after this 11:32 a.m., but the moon is not void, of course. We should have plenty of energy and direction for the rest of the day. Well, that does finish the week. A few people had asked me about my astrology sessions. I just wanted to let you know I'm available for personal readings in my office or over the phone. My sessions are about 65 minutes and my fee is $120. You can contact me here on YouTube or email me at Lillyroddyshow@AOL.com. Thank you for joining me this week. Join us next week when we'll be looking at the planets for March 18th through the 22nd. And remember to please subscribe to our channel. This is the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas, reminding you to keep those stars in your eyes. Bye-bye.